Metal of the Moon, Irve, Tunick. The story begins on a September day in 1884 in the little town of Oberlin, Ohio. It was warm, but not hot. Down from Lake Erie, some 20 miles to the north, a wisp of wind tickled to the elm trees along College Street, spotted a flag on the campus of Oberlin College, and finally meandered off rather aimlessly to the south. It was good, a good day for a nap. Then, fire, fire, fire! Where's it, Chief? Where's the fire?
The whole house on College Street. Young Charlie Hall must be experimenting again.
Golly, what a mess. Julia, Lou, will you help me clean things up? How did the fire start, Charlie? What happened? I don't know. I was working on a chemistry experiment. I decided I'd try something different from the book said. And then, boom!
When Father gets home, that's what will happen.
What will happen, sis?
That's what you said. Boom! Charles. Yes, Father. Charles, may I ask you how the fire started? Well, I don't know exactly, sir. You see, I was mixing some chemicals, doing an experiment, and all of a sudden, what?
Fire!
Hmm.
It wasn't Charlie's fault, Father. It was just an experiment.
Julia, you and your sister will kindly let me handle this matter in my own fashion.
Yes, Father.
Now, Charles, your mother and I have been most indulgent in the matter of your chemical experiment. That's true, is it not?
It certainly is.
We have maintained an attitude of quiet resignation in the face of alternating periods of abominable smells and malodorous gases. When acid drips down from the attic, went through the floorboards and ultimately dug a hole in Mother's favorite counterpane. He said not a word. No, sir, not a word. You would say, then, that we, as parents, have been sympathetic.
Sympathetic?
No question about it. Good, but, Charles, one has to draw a line somewhere. One does, yes, sir. Setting the house on fire. That's just a trifle too much. I would think so. Good. Then you will understand exactly why I say to you at this time that you are never to conduct another chemical experiment under this roof. But, Dad, there is no appeal from this decision. Good day, Charles. Good day, children.
Yeah, let me show you something.
Well, Mr. Hall, come in.
Good morning, Professor Jewett. I hope you don't mind my bothering you in your laboratory.
Nonsense. Say, what's this I hear about a fire at our place?
One of my experiments.
Oh, that will happen.
It sure made a mess of things.
Sorry to hear that.
I've been banished. I can't work at night anymore. I got kicked out of the attic.
Hard to work in chemistry without a laboratory.
Sure is. What am I going to do?
How'd you like to work here in your free time?
Could I, sir?
Well, why not? All we need is the permission of the head of the chemistry department of the college.
But, Professor...
I know. I'm the head of the chemistry department of the college. Very well. Permission granted. Would you mind opening a window?
Not a bit.
Oh, what's the papers on my desk? Hand me that paperweight.
This it? Here you are, sir.
Thanks. What are you looking at, Charlie?
That paperweight. I thought it was lead, but when I picked it up, but it doesn't weigh anything.
Oh, that's not lead, my boy.
What is it?
That's one of the crown jewels of chemistry, aluminum. Charlie, pure aluminum, one of chemistry's will o' the wisp.
I've never seen pure aluminum before.
Not many people have. It's almost a laboratory curiosity. What a pity. A strong, wonderful metal. Lighter than iron, copper, zinc, or lead. Resistant to corrosion. By water or air. But a baffler, a real puzzler, Charlie.
Why? What's so puzzling about it?
It's modesty. If you can call it that, this thing called aluminum is one of the most common elements in the Earth's crust. Every clay bank is full of it, but you can get it out just by issuing a polite invitation. It never appears in its natural state. As pure aluminum, it's always bound up tightly with other elements, and no one as yet has ever found a method of extracting it economically, getting it out in a pure state at a price low enough to make it economically feasible.
Can they find anything that will reduce those compounds?
No, indeed. Some of the greatest chemists of the world have tried and given up, Charlie. Here's something to think about. The man who finds a way to extract aluminum from its compounds on a commercial scale would be a benefactor to the world, and incidentally, lay up for himself a good fortune. I mean that, Charlie. I'm serious.
It sure is something to think about. It sure is.
Yo, Julia. Hello, Charlie.
Nobody home?
Just me and this mountain of dishes.
I give you a hand.
I don't mind the dishes, but those big iron pots, I can't even lift them.
Here, I'll wash. You dry.
I'd be crazy to say no. I yield to the gentleman from South Carolina.
Thank you, ma'am. Does his pot have to be washed?
Unless you want to take it out in the backyard and bury it.
It's an idea. Boy, this thing must weigh 15 tons if it weighs an ounce. Why don't they make lighter pots?
It would be a boon to humanity. Women around the world would bet a pot to the door of the man who would make a lighter pot.
Well, that should be an document.
By the way, heard from Ellen lately.
Huh? From who?
Ellen Frank. Remember the girl from Cleveland? The girl you could stop talking about last summer.
Oh no!
Now, look here, Charlie. What in the world is the matter with you?
Everything's fine.
It is not yourself. Don't tell me. I know you like a book. Some things come over you lately. You're so quiet and always by yourself. You don't even play the piano anymore. What is it?
I don't know. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm 21. I'm a junior in college. I live in a plain house in an ordinary town. I should be just a plain, ordinary fellow. I should be thinking about girls, about sports, that sort of thing. But I don't. What's the matter with me? I've got one thing on my mind, chemistry.
Why?
Don't know why, but I wake up in the morning thinking chemistry all day, No matter what else I'm doing, I'm thinking of chemistry problems. At night, do I go to sleep reading a novel? No, chemistry book. Today, Professor Dewett spoke about aluminum. He said that chemists have been trying for years to find some way of getting it out of its compound by some method other than reduction, which is too expensive and so no good commercially.
Well,
I went to the library, got all the books I could find on the subject. It sounds crazy, but I intend to go after that metal.
what's crazy about that?
Well, I'm a student, and for the years the best chemists in the world have been trying to find the answer. They can't, yet I'm going to try.
Good. It takes time, of course. You'll have to finish college, take postgrad work, then get into a laboratory.
I don't mean that. I mean that I'm going to try it now.
Well, alright. Work here.
Here, after what Father said.
He said you could work with chemicals under this roof.
He wasn't fooling either.
What's the matter with the wood shed in the back?
The woodshed.
It's not under this roof.
Julia, you're a genius.
I'll leave that title for you. Come on. Help me hang this pot over the stove.
Think I can do it. Don't you, Julia?
Oh, right on my foot.
Did you hurt yourself? Please.
It was your fault, but I tell you this, Charlie Hall. You hurry up and find out how to get aluminum. And the first thing you do with it is make some lighter pots. It's a year later, 1885. Charlie Hall has graduated now and in a battered old wood shed behind his house in Oberlin, Ohio. He is still searching for the secret of aluminum. Hello?
Hi, sis.
Any luck?
No, I can't seem to find the right thing to get the aluminum oxide in a molten state.
What's next?
You tell me.
The next thing is a high ride.
What?
A high ride? Come on, Charlie. We're all going it. It'll be fun.
Oh no!
Charlie, listen. You've been cooped up in this woodshed for months. Now, it's bad for you.
I gotta get to the bottom of this.
It's smothering you. You can't think clearly about it anymore because you've been so rapid in everything. You need some time off. Your brains need a vacation.
Well, I'd say that the high drive is a type of ambulating crucible in which various explosive chemicals react against one another.
React or attract?
That's a good question. Alright, suppose we find out.
Why so quiet, Charlie?
Nothing to say, Sylvia.
I was surprised when Julia brought you along.
Were you?
Uh-huh.
Glad?
Uh-huh.
I'm glad Julia brought me along too.
What are you thinking about, Charlie?
Nothing special.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Tell me.
The moon.
The moon? Same old funny-looking moon.
No, it isn't. Tonight it looks different somehow. Bigger than ever. Whiter than ever. Just a big round rock of ice.
A rock of ice. Rock ice!
That's what it looks like.
Rock ice, Sylvia. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Charlie, what's the matter? What is it? Charlie! Sylvia! What happened to Charlie? I don't know. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. And Charlie ran away. You should be ashamed of yourself. Charlie Hall running back to the woodshed that way.
I'm sorry, Julia. He'll make it up to her. Get to work and mash some aluminum oxide for me, will you?
I will not until you tell me why you ran away.
Rock ice. That's what Sylvia said. That will do the trick.
Rock ice?
Ever heard of it?
No.
That's what they call cryolite. Rock ice and cryolite are just what I need as a solvent for the aluminum oxide. Unless I miss my guess, aluminum oxide will dissolve it, giving me what I want. I melted not containing on no water. Now, play crucible and you get to work on the aluminum oxide.
Oh, I'm tired.
It's late.
It's almost an hour since you poured the mixture out of the crucible into the cooling pan.
Let's take a look. Give me the hammer.
What should happen, Charles?
Well, if things are right, somewhere in this Takekok hardened cryolite, we should find some pure metallic aluminum. Let's see. It breaks up easily, you see.
Do you see anything?
Not where.
What will it look like?
Probably little bottles of aluminum, like little beads.
Well,
Nothing. No use. Nothing. Not a trace of aluminum.
not even one little bit.
Nothing. Well,
What went wrong, Charlie?
something.
But everything seemed exactly right. The cryolide melted down. The aluminum oxide dissolved. Maybe you did have enough current.
No, it's not that.
Then what?
I don't know, but somewhere along the line. Let's see. Let's go back step by step. First, we crushed the aluminum oxide. That was all right. Then, we melt down the cryolite. That went alright. We put the aluminum oxide into the crucible and the crucible.
There was nothing wrong with the crucible, Charlie. It stood up fine.
The crucible. It was made of clay. Maybe something in the clay reacted with aluminum and spoiled the experiment. We're going to find another type of crucible.
What kind?
Carbon.
Why carbon?
Because carbon is chemically stable, and the crucible made of carbon won't have anything in it to prevent the electric current from separating the aluminum from its compounds. Come on, let's go to work.
What's he got to crow about?
More than we have so far.
Can we try now?
What do you think?
I can't even think, Charlie. I'm afraid to think.
Remember the little poem we used to say when we were kids. Julia, when we wanted something real bad,
Yes!
say it.
I hope it's white. I hope it's blue. I hope that all my dreams come true.
Julia, look!
Beads. A lot of beads.
Aluminum. Pure aluminum.
Like jewels.
The crown jewel. Sis, look at them. The crown jewel of chemistry. Pure aluminum.
늘 같은 곳에서 떠오는 태양처럼 365 난 매일 아침 잠든 널 깨우며 하루 시작해 365 1분을 통해 틈도 없을 만큼
Five Chief. Rainy Del Barzaga. Slocum. Father Fatima Opolentissima, Charlie, Joy Fernandez, Luis, James Gregorio, Sylvia, Daniel San Benaventura, Jewett, Nestle Resplandor, Charles, Mark Anthony Cueto, Julia, Pamela Corambao, and Fatima